Attention all American, this video is very, very important, especially if you're a Black American person. I want you to listen exactly to what this Black American guy is actually talking about. Watch the video first, listen before you come and start commenting in the comment section. Don't watch it halfway before you start commenting, because this video passed a lot of information, but I know that many will agree, many will not agree, but no problem. Just watch and let us know what you think in the comment section. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sonia. If this is the first time you're tuning in, do subscribe, like this video, drop me your comment, and lastly, do not forget to share. Thank you so much to every single one of you coming back to support me, watch my videos. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are the best. This video is just for educational purposes, not to bash anybody, right? I stand the chance to be corrected. Credit belongs to original creators of every clips and stitches used in today's episode. And yes, with that being said, let's get right into this video, and I'll be back with commentaries, because this video is one of the most important video you'll come across today. Let's go, guys.
So one of their favorite arguments for white supremacy's existence is but slavery. And I'm just going to clear it up now. Slavery was not supremacy. It was fragile men with whips. If you have to chain a people, steal their language, brand their bodies, and pass laws to make them less than, that's not supremacy. I'm just clearing that up now. It's spiritual terror management, because you don't enslave what you think is beneath you. You enslave what frightens you into silence if left free. Slavery is not proof of white dominance. It's proof of white dependence on stolen labor, on extracted brilliance, on eternal surveillance. If white supremacy were real, right? If it were real, I just want y'all to lock in. If white supremacy were real, the moment slavery were ended, so would the fear. But what really happened? It mutated in the black codes, in the lynch mobs, in the redlining, in the mass incarceration. That is not supremacy. That is generational panic dressed up in all your favorite legal language. And let's go to all the arguments, because I truly want you to understand. Jim Crow also is not power. It's a performance. Segregation wasn't about pride. It was about containment. Water fountains, bus seats, lunch counters, all that. None of that was to elevate whiteness. It was to protect it from proximity to things it couldn't have, to keep it from dissolving in the presence of uncolonized joy. It took armies of laws to maintain the illusion of white supremacy. That's how fraudulent it is, because the lie cannot walk unassisted. Jim Crow is not a monument to white strength at all. It is a crutch for a collapsing myth. Let's go some more. Let's talk about the GI Bill. Because they say, but we gave veterans a future. Unless, cool, you can even imagine that. Because they gave veterans a future unless you were black, unless you were indigenous, unless you were part of the very machine that bled for a freedom you never received. Right. I just want to say that, because white veterans got homes, education, lands. You know what black veterans got? They got surveillance, denial, firebombs in their neighborhoods. So what did supremacy do when black bodies served it with honor? It shut the door in their face. That's still not supremacy. It's a grift. Right? That's all a grift, sealed in policy. See, you got to think about it. Because never in your life, never in history has anyone ever encountered this thing. Because if white supremacy was so powerful, why did they flinch at a bus boycott? Why did it suppress a sermon? Why did it panic at a sit-in? Right? Because deep down, you know it, I know it, we all know it. The spell was already breaking. You needed armies, dogs, hoses, and assassins just to stop a song and dignity. And you still lost. I just want to clear that up. You still lost. Supremacy that collapses when a child sings freedom is barely supreme. Barely. It was a curtain held up by the fear. By fear, that's all it is. I want to address a comment. Museums are literally cemeteries. Literally. Cemeteries with a gift shop. That's all it is. You call it heritage, you call it pride, but a museum full of stolen gods isn't history. It isn't. You know what we could call it? It's just a hostage situation. It's a hostage display. You looted entire civilizations, then put their brilliance in glass and called that civilization. I'm just saying, that's insane. That none of that is evidence of superiority. I don't even want to call it. It's cultural burglary. It's cultural burglary framed as enlightenment. So I want you to sit with this, especially about the museums, because all of them are global graveyards. Because white supremacy cannot create the sacred. It couldn't create the sacred. It only possesses it. So I want y'all to sit with it like this. Because this shit is hilarious. It is conceptually, once you really sit there and think about it. If the United States and white supremacy claim to be wrong, then blackness is the man carrying the cross on his back, not because he was conquered, but because they needed someone to sacred to crucify in public. And that's not empire. That's not even what you've achieved. You haven't even achieved empire. That's how tough the situation is for you. Can't cap. It's performance theology with blood smeared on its very lens that's recording. Slavery was a horror script and Jim Crow was the stage set. And GI Bill, the GI Bill, it got to be your favorite bait and switch. The civil rights backlash, that was a temper tantrum. That was the meltdown. The museums are the credits of the movie that you didn't even write. You ain't even write it. I want to pick a new name for white supremacy. New name. Because I want people to understand it and be able to see it beautifully. It is the longest running identity crisis the world has ever seen. It is the longest running crisis of identity the world has ever seen. Ever. Ever. And it doesn't even end with applause. It just ends with the mirror shatters. I'm just saying, we can pull the plug on this one. There's a lot of things we fighting that are real. That is not real. Say white supremacy ruled the world. White people conquered the globe. Western civilization is proof of their superiority. No. I could just say nope. You can just say nope right now. That was never a reign. It was a ritual. It was a stage act so persistent it had to film itself to be believed. Because if white supremacy means supremacy, as in unmatched, undefeated, dominant over others, then where are their trophies? I'm just asking good questions. I'm just asking questions here. The Roman Empire burned itself alive. I don't even know if that counts. It learned its math from Egypt and stole its gods from the East. The British Empire, I don't know if that counts either, not gonna lie. It held the world for a blink and collapsed under tea, debt, and rebellion. It literally needed slavery and extraction to even survive. Now they sell souvenirs of what they stole. Is that a trophy? Western science leapt off of Muslim traditions, African astronomy, and indigenous agriculture. They colonized knowledge, not produced it. Even DNA theory comes from Rosalind Franklin, not even the men they awarded. I'm just saying. Hollywood was just a machine to make whiteness visible, not even victorious. So his job was never even to tell the truth, only to loop the myth until you believed it. That's not supremacy. That's editing with flags. I'm just saying what it is. And then let's talk a little deeper, because I truly think it's all fake. I'm calling a bluff. I'm calling bullshit here. Let's say you believe supremacy means domination over other peoples. Okay, let's just test that. Africa. You invaded, yes, but you never conquered. Mali, Ethiopia, Congo, they existed before Europe even found soap. Europe carved the borders but never broke the soul of nothing. Asia, China outlasted every empire y'all had. India taught the world language, math, and medicine. Every time Europe entered, they took notes. America, the land, didn't even consent to y'all. Genocide is not victory. It's desperation. And the people still here right now. That's not conquest. You failed to erase them. The Middle East, literally the cradle of civilization. And Europe keeps bombing what it can't comprehend. They don't need, they see, the thing is, they think they have rule over there. They don't need crusades, oil, and lies for power. They need it to stay relevant. It's projection warfare. And who exactly did whiteness conquer? I just need answers. Because every race it claimed to dominate still exists, still resists, and still creates. You didn't conquer. You narrated conquest and looped it. I can even go deeper than this. White supremacy is fake. It's fake. Right. I gotta show you what I mean. It's all fake. It's all myth. It's all screens. This is Oz. Like, that's all we're looking at. Let's talk about the world wars. Didn't we win the world wars? Isn't that proof of supremacy? World War I. It is a war between white empires over stolen colonies, fought mostly with non-white bodies on their behalf. Millions of Africans, Indians, Asian troops were pulled into the trenches for European ego disputes. Victory meant what exactly? I just want answers. More carving up of the world, more rituals of grief, more PTSD buried under armor, not even supremacy. It was just a meat grounder for brown bodies rebranded as moral victory. Let's talk about World War II, because this is another one. This is another one people say we won. We won. Didn't they say we got victory there or something? Nah. Fake. It's fake. It was fought to stop white supremacy by the same nations who invented it. What even is that? America joined late and turned the Japanese, segregated its own troops, and still lynched black veterans when they came home. I just want answers. The Nazis lost, but the logic never truly dismantled at all. It got rebranded and moved into media, policy, policing, whatever y'all want to hang out with it. You did not defeat even your own supremacy. Even your own fraudulence you couldn't take down. So all that white supremacy is a more photogenic version of what supremacy really is. You want to know who turned the tide in that war? Russians absorbing the blood clots. That's all it was. Africans and Caribbean troops in British uniforms. Asian battlefronts draining fascist momentum. Black American soldiers fighting for freedom abroad they never got at home. Winning the world wars is not a triumph of whiteness. It is global trauma staged as Western glory. I can actually paint to you the whole little white mirror. This is how white supremacy works. This is how it works. You ever wanted to know? This is just it. They film it, loop it, teach it, quote it, stage it, then repeat it. I can do it again. They film it. They film it first. Then they loop it. They get it shown everywhere. Then they teach it. They make it seem like it's proper in an institution. Then they quote it by the people you respect. Then they stage it. They reenact it in real life. Then they repeat it for real. Every failure gets recast as a noble effort. Every theft becomes founding. I'm just saying. Every surviving people becomes a rebellion instead of rejecting the lie. It didn't rule. It performed. And we call that supremacy. White supremacy is not a god, it's just a glitch. And it needs visibility to feel real. The moment the camera turns off, it dissolves. That's why it clings to curriculum. That's why it clings to statues, flags, holidays, uniforms, borders. Because without the ritual, the myth collapses. That's all it is. And hold on. Because I'm still not ready to read your comment. Bro. The news today had me pissed, because let's just be done with this. White people are naturally superior, that whole argument. Then why build 10,000 laws to protect that fragility? What? White culture is foundational? There is no such thing. It doesn't even exist. It's a mashup of stolen rituals, suppressed ancestors, and rebranded myths. I got a whole video on this. White supremacy built the world? That's how y'all talking still? It staged the world and then edit everyone else out the frame like a child begging for attention. If supremacy means dominance, then white supremacy failed. I don't know how y'all sit with this shit. If it means visibility, then it means that white supremacy was never true. It was curated. If it means conquest, that means it lost to rhythm, memory, resistance, spirit, and truth. You a 5-time loser. I'm just saying. Let's just keep going. Because this wasn't a reign. It's a spotlight. That's all white supremacy is. It's the conquering of the spotlight. And now that bulb is dying, the mirror is cracked, and the audience is leaving. So let that ritual end. I'm just asking for you to let the myth collapse, because it's all fantastical. It's all fake anyway. I'm just saying, because white supremacy is not a power at all. I don't even think we should regard it as equal to blackness. Ooh. Nah, I'm being dead ass. I'm actually being dead ass. So in this, I want people to understand that we got to clear the house on this. You got to clear your own spots on this. It's actually that big of a problem. This little false reality that everybody's been living in. Everybody talking about, I just don't know where I'm from, I'm goop. This is what you wanted to be reduced to? I'm just saying. Let's talk about black capitalism. Let's talk about that. I get asked about that a lot. Black capitalism, or black supremacy, whatever you want to talk about it, has already swallowed the framework. They think we need to flip the script. But if you're still holding the same script, then you're in the same play reading the script that they have right side up, upside down. That's all it is. Supremacy is inherently weak. It's for those who fear shared sunlight. It's a worldview for people who assume love is scarce, who assume power is a zero-sum game, and belonging must be conquered to them. But just being honest, blackness at its deepest rhythm just knows better. It knows how to dance in exile. It knows how to feed multitudes from scraps. It knows how to exist without erasure. Why would we want to be supreme when we've always been sacred? Do you see what I'm coming from? Because a lot of black people think that we want to be the new guys on top. That's not the story. We need joy without surveillance. That's what I want to see. I want to see truth without interruption. Type shit. I'm just saying. I want the end of supremacist architecture altogether, because it's all built on illusions. It's all fake. I swear to God. It was the biggest realization that I've ever seen, but I ever felt. It's just all fraud.
Tell me one thing that these people did not steal. The only thing that is remaining these people to steal is to steal your melanin skin and put in their body and tell you that you are not the owner. They are the owner of your melanin popping skin. Tell me one thing these people did not try to make it look like you never existed as a black person. Tell me one thing that these people has literally not done to make us, depress, oppress. It's just a whole lot. It's just a whole lot. By the time you see people keep counting and counting and counting, you find out that these people actually do not have anything. The only thing that is actually keeping them, making them wasting strong, making them look like, oh, they are really good. See, let me give you guys one particular gist, right? We grow up with this mentality of whenever we see white people, right, we see them as superior. We see them as, kings. We see them as, oh my God. I remember that time, if we are going out, maybe probably we see white people in our streets, we're going to be like, oh, Oyebo, oh, those kind of fantasy and every other nonsense. And at the end of the day, growing up, and I see that these people literally cannot even be anything without me. It's fact. It has been proven. It has. Because are we going to talk of starting from transportation to music to jazz to food to invention to creativities and so on and so forth? I'm so proud to be called black, and I'm over proud to be in this particular color, to be in this particular skin color, because despite every single thing, 99% of them still wish to be me. They still wish to be us. They still wish to have our skin. They still wish to just act like us. They still wish they were not even in their own body. You can see some of them opening their shibboleth mouth to tell you that, oh, if I bathe, my skin is going to be damaged. You can see some of them now hitting their chest to go to AI, ChatGPT, and all other AIs, trying to look for a way to know how important blacks are. And they will still keep, even AI recognize the power of being a black person. Oh my God. If you're a black person and you're not still proud of yourself, if you're a black person, you are not dengue posing, you are not boasting of who you are, you are still ashamed, you're still feeling behind, you're still feeling you are left behind because of your skin color, cut it off. I think it is high time we start speaking more. It is high time we start showing our faces more. It is high time we start making our voices heard. And I love the era of social media, right? Social media is actually making a lot of things very easy. Social media is making a lot of things very simple. It's making a lot of things coming into realization that a lot of people are now aware. Now, if you go to this guy's comment section, like a lot of blacks are like, yeah, I know who I am. I am black. I know. That is the affirmation you should be giving yourself, and then standing up and knowing you're right. Do not let anybody, any damn person intimidate you because of skin color. Do not let any damn person make you feel looked down on yourself. Do not let any single person make you feel you are not worth it. You are worth it. You are enough. In fact, not only enough, you are more than enough as a black skin, melanin, popping person. You do not know what God did for you, honestly. We are the superheroes. We are the one that is more closer to God's heart. It has been seen, it has been said, it has been confirmed. Let me know what you think in the comment section. This video is not to bash anybody. This is just for educational purpose. This is me just bringing my commentaries and my own opinion, right? Correct me if you think I'm wrong in any aspect, right? Anyways, stitches and clips is not today's episode. Credit belongs to original creators of these videos. And yes, with no further ado, I'm going to be safe and I'll see you guys in my next one. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to come back for more episodes like this. I love you guys. Mwah.